What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcasts. Live your best life. You must live label free. As you can see, we are here in person in one of my great girlfriends' studios in Evanston, Illinois, the Bordeaux studio. Annette Petco, thank you for letting us use your space. I have an incredible guest with me today. She is a total boss babe. You know I love that boss babe energy. I love to sit down and talk to them. She's a bilingual international real estate broker, commercial real estate lender and investor, successfully closed hundreds of residential as well as dozens of commercial transactions in Illinois, Indiana, and Oklahoma. Highly skilled negotiator, fundraiser on both not and for-profit organizations, luxury goods, budgeting and real estate portfolio strategizing, and soon to be a coach in this space. Please welcome Karina Tello. Karina, thank you for being with us today. Can you please tell the audience a little bit about your background?
Thank you. Yes, thank you for having me. Well, if you want me to start with my personal or business background, I will start from originally from Mexico. I've completed the law education there and wanted to adventure into working for international companies. And so I needed to learn English.
Oh, wow.
In order to do that, I decided to adventure for a year in this country. And then soon I learned that I would have a better opportunity staying here than going back to Mexico and compete with a huge amount of, that's what Mexico produces. Mexico produces people.
Yeah. For sure.
And professionals. So if you are a professional in Mexico, you really are not going to have a much advantage or have a professional formal education. So you need to have a little bit of a different skill.
Yeah.
That was the idea of coming here, doing that. As soon as I learned that I could probably better myself here faster and have a unique opportunity, that's when I decided to just basically go through the process of being the immigrant, the no documents, working any job possible, just learning what the opportunity was. And then soon I learned that real estate was where something that was very close to me. I knew how to negotiate. I went to law school. I wanted to support the community. I realized when I was in Oklahoma, there were very few people that spoke the language. Wow. And that could definitely be the liaison between the transaction,
sure,
and just bring it to life. And at that time, 20 years ago, a lot of these folks didn't have the ability to find lending.
Yeah.
Which brought a great opportunity to learn how to negotiate from the owners and learn all of those strategies that 20 years later will help me accumulate my portfolio. So I think that was a great experience to adventure, because trying to help the community in many ways. A lot of people would tell me you can probably do a different niche, you can probably make different, more money on a commission and such. And I always thought, first off, why not? Business-wise, made sense just to work for my niche, and then it was just really hard not to do it. Just kind of support your own.
Yeah.
And then eventually it paid off. So when I decided to start doing commercial, also decided to do it for the community, which it would help me learn the commercial side of it, where you can actually acquire the less expensive property and kind of put all this together with the same people are doing the business. Bringing the tax money to the corridor. So it's been an awesome journey to be able to fall into this, just kind of by mistake.
Yeah.
And just kind of letting go. But that's basically what we do now. So instead of just practicing real estate, where we're just traditional real estate, what we're trying to do is educate the community how to get where I've been, which is invest in real estate with no money or other people's money. A lot of knowledge, a lot of headaches, but it's worth it. If you don't have any money, no papers, no plan, we can put one together and get you there in a couple of years if you really want to.
So I have a lot of questions. So first of all, I feel like when you're an immigrant and you come over here, there's a lot of things that you come up against. And can you talk about some of the things that you went up against to get you to where you are today that you didn't allow to hold you back? Because I feel like you're an incredibly successful woman. You're a great representation of what your community can do, and the fact that you want to empower them to become successful with the skills that you've learned. I think that that is a very that's amazing. So can you tell them like some of the things that you were up against and how you had to get over those hurdles?
Sure, it's a great question. Thank you. Because although I did come here by plane and with a visitor visa, eventually the dream became a problem because I didn't have the documents to stay. I had the condition whether in order for you to stay either you get married or you have a child. I'm like, why would that have to be a decision? Why would I have to affect somebody else's life when I'm trying to do this on my own?
Yeah.
And so that was a big problem because then I become undocumented. And it's a big taboo with the socioeconomical group that I go in. How could you explain anybody what the sacrifices you're making? It's a big taboo with your family because they're trying to pay your private way to be a better person. And then you're like wondering, am I doing this? Is this the right thing to do?
Yeah.
But I felt today, I mean, it took 20 years for me to get my documents. I have not been in my country. I have not been outside this country in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
But, and I've been held by immigration, but I knew then that this was what I wanted to do. And today, I don't know what to do with what I've accomplished because I want to do more. And I'm to the point where, okay, I need to do something bigger. I need to do something that like I did before, leaving the country and learn another language and helping the community. And I'm doing that now, but I'm like, what's there more to do? But the challenges are always going to be there. And that's one thing I learned by traveling to 3 different states.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. The challenges are there. It could be health. It could be physical. And you just have to, it's a mindset. It's like, what do you really want?
Yeah, for sure. So you have family back in Mexico?
All my family is there.
So you have no family here?
I have relatives here. They were very kind and very generous to take me, but it was not my first blood family.
Sure.
I saw my father the first time after 20 years, 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And my grandmother was the only person. But those 2 people were the people that would push me and encourage me to whatever you need to do, you do it. You don't come here when I die. You stay with it. And so it wasn't hard for me to do it because they were so
supportive.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you're a great example for them.
Well, they were the ones. I think they wanted me to be the best I could be. And I could see that when I was growing up. So I knew it was not necessarily their favorite thing for me to do to come here. But when I came here, I was like, my goal is to show them that I got the message. I'm so young, and I want them to be proud of me. Not for them, for me, because I know that they just wanted to do the best for me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that you're a great example for them. And so before we start getting into the nuts and bolts of what you do, here's a word from our sponsors. Support for Label Free Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Now, ladies, you can use this too. We're all inclusive here. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. And now we're going to have the ladies too, because come on, ladies, let's be real. We have an exclusive offer for my listeners, 20% off plus free shipping with the code LABELFREE20 at manscaped.com. So thank you, Manscaped, for your support. And everybody is welcome to purchase with my code. Welcome back, guys. This is Deanna Radulescu here with Label Free Podcast, and I'm here with this amazing total of just boss babe woman, Karina Tello from Mexico, and she has made a name for herself here in the Chicagoland area, actually across the United States, as an international real estate broker. She just told us a little bit about her story coming here and what it took for her as an immigrant to become successful and what she's doing to help her community grow and just give them those skills that she's learned. So Karina, where we left off, you just talked about how you were very inspiring for your family and how they were very supportive of you being here and allowing you and empowering you to go after the success that you want. So can you tell us a little bit about your background today and where you are today with the journey that you've been on and what you're looking to do in the future?
Yes. So again, I've been very lucky. I was able to get myself into the real estate world. My father also support us from that. So basically, trying to build my own way out to freedom, I guess. That's basically what I'm looking for.
Freedom! No, I'm kidding.
Absolutely.
We all want it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's basically not necessarily the money. Of course, the money gives you the opportunity
Yes.
to do many things, travel and such, but just the ability to say, I don't want to do anything, or I do want to do things,
Yes.
or what if something bad happens? So that's been
The what if. Okay,
Right.
tell that little man to shut up in your head. Shut the fuck up.
No, basically, I mean, I want to be able to say, well, I can supply a very good quality of life for myself until
Yeah.
I'm an elderly woman. And
Yeah.
that's basically what my grandmother was trying to express. Like, you need to be independent
Yeah.
all the way, the rest will come. So that is basically the goal. And so luckily, I know that real estate has been generations
Yes.
very well known to be the easiest way to get there for someone that comes from nothing.
Yeah.
And so it is easy to do. You just have to study. And when I said lucky, it's because I obviously with a background in law, that's allowed me to the ability to not only learn but understand easier than
Yeah.
a traditional person. Because what I've noticed right now, we're trying to launch a coaching business, is that most people, regardless of the background,
Yeah.
they're just skeptical. But the
Yes.
funny thing about the skepticism, it goes away if you do a little bit of work.
Research, learning.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And what I tell people, the answer of your questions are on the tip of their fingers.
I know.
Literally.
Yeah.
And they were questioning. So I'm doing some kind of combination between trying to teach people that they can do this, but also doing the rah-rah,
Yeah.
combined with my passion, which is real triathlons.
Yes.
So, I love to
She
work
is an
out.
incredible triathlete. We're going to get there, but let's her finish on her career path first.
So it wraps around everything.
Yeah.
I believe that we can accomplish long distances doing this, and I believe we can accomplish well,
Yes.
or whatever the goal may be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just an extra $5,000 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Whatever the goal is, it's just so you see. Most of us, I've learned by doing sales, want the same thing.
Yes. Of
Which
course.
is a quality of life.
Yes.
Quality of life for our family. It translates in a general one word, money.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's money what most of us want.
No.
We just
That's just a
put
vehicle to get there.
right.
I feel like.
And that's why I guess the one word that we can actually point at when we say, well, I want to do this or I want to try that,
Yeah.
this and that. I don't think any one of us said, oh, this is really my passion. We just do it out of, trying to find
Yeah.
that answer to the passion or to the happiness, whatever that is.
Yeah. Do you believe in manifestation?
Absolutely. I think my whole life has been the good and the bad.
Yeah.
When we say, oh, I'm so silly, I'm stupid, and all that, I've learned
Yeah.
that I can't use those words anymore.
Yeah.
Anything and everything that I have thought of had appeared in my life. And I wish I would have thought bigger.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
now I think bigger. Like I think billions.
Thoughts are very powerful.
Yeah.
Thoughts are very powerful.
That's the only thing there is. I mean, that we think, and then I truly believe that. Napoleon Hill said it. That
Yes. To think and grow rich.
Yes.
I love that book.
So yeah, then and my grandmother and my father will say in a very colloquial way. But
Yes.
yes.
So now you have become a successful real estate person. I know you partner with a lot of people, and you work with investors to find properties for them to invest in and kind of help with that transaction. But now you're looking to build your brand a little bit more with all the knowledge that you have accumulated over the years to help other people do the same thing, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about
exciting.
that. And you're focusing mainly on the Hispanic community or all communities?
So a niche, right? In
Yes.
sales, you have to have your niche. But
Yeah.
I'll say this: it's challenging. Challenging because it's a community that you have to educate from the basement, if
Yeah.
you will, up. So I see it by studying other people doing what I'm doing. I know this lady; she focuses on women, and when I actually get on the phone with these women that are in the group, I see that they're probably a little bit more they have more formal education.
Yes.
They're like executives. They probably have a 401k. So complete different knowledge
Right.
in many ways.
Yeah.
So it's easier for them to understand. It's just a matter of, okay, I'm not convinced. I don't have the money. When I'm talking about the Hispanic community, regardless of the background, financial background,
Yeah.
it's just a complete different ballgame. So it's a challenge.
Sure.
So again, we have to go through let's start from the scratch.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that, so I'm learning. So it's a
Yeah.
learning process. It's definitely, but something that I think, as anything, any business, you want to give up.
Yeah.
But I have to teach them. I have to show them that within a year, they can actually do just a little bit better. So
You gave me goosebumps with that. I have goosebumps because I feel like I can feel the passion and why it's important to you.
that's what we came here for.
Yeah.
We came here for that, and I just don't think it's fair. I think they owe it to themselves to try a little harder because they try way, way too hard for what they get.
Yeah. Well, I'm super excited to watch your journey unfold as you help empower people from your own background to become more successful and find those resources in their life to have a better life. Because you know what, we live here in America, like this is what it's all about. We're here to have those better opportunities, and you're going to help them achieve that. So I'm excited to support you along the way. Where can people find you, reach out to you, connect with you, and just kind of if they're interested in that coaching, can you please tell the audience all your links?
Absolutely. So I'm in the YouTube channel, Karina Tello. I am in Facebook, Karina Tello at Facebook, I believe it is, karinatello.com. My phone number is 312-388-1418. And Karina at karinatello.com is my email as well. And I want to thank you for the support. Because
absolutely.
This means the world to me. Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys, I'm going to put all her links in the show notes, so don't hesitate to reach out. If you are just interested in connecting with her, don't just go click that link, follow her, support her, reach out. I'm sure she's a lovely person, and she would be happy to hear from you. So before we say goodbye and wrap things up, I always like to ask for any last words of wisdom or advice. It could be like worldly, it could be practical, whatever you'd like to leave. So what would you like to leave with the audience today before we say goodbye?
My grandmother used to tell me that absolutely nothing is impossible.
Yes, short but sweet, the way I like it. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Please don't forget to review, rate, subscribe, follow, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.